Welcome and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2, my friends. This is Immanuel and we're in a very strange world in this January of 1092. The good King Bragi, the sword of the Allfather. This is an alternative world, of course. It is a world where a lot of things have gone very differently from the real world. For example, in the real world, like all of this, most of Europe was actually Catholic. And now, let's have a look at this. Most of it is Germanic. Now this was usually Orthodox, and there was a lot of Surmanusco here. That has nearly disappeared. And Catholic is also very, it's there, but it's very, very tame. The Islamic world didn't change too much, but Germanic is truly, after its reform, a force to be reckoned with still. And the realms that have all become Catholic in the real world, in the real history, are still Germanic and strong and oppose crusade after crusade that the Catholics try to get on them. And in this world, we are playing Bragi, the sword of the Allfather of Venetia. And his roots, his family's roots are actually here. At one point, they controlled nearly all of Scandinavia, and then through some trouble and through some strange heritages, you can still see there's some land here that Venetia controls. They have gone over here. They had that very small realm here and managed to make it big again. And now they have recently reached something very good. They have this primogeniture. So that means that the overall loss of titles and the wandering of the family further to the east has been limited, and now we're here, and we have two main antagonists. The first one is the ones that we helped actually to become Germanic as well. It's the Kingdom of Vladimir. The Kingdom of Vladimir is extremely powerful. As you can see, potential vassal allied troops alone are 23,000. That's incredibly big. The retinues are very high, a lot higher than yours, by nearly 1,000. And the army levies are 5,600. So getting the better of them is just about impossible at the moment. If they are not occupied in some very, very dark war, then there's no way we can get something from them. That wasn't the case for a long time. This was a weak kingdom. But after the breakdown of this big Scandinavian realm into different realms that are all ruled, as you can see here, by the Dovre family, which we belong to. Actually, this one not so much. Well then, at least most of it is ruled by the Dovres still. After that broke down, Vladimir profited, and the other antagonist is actually Khazaria, which holds Tsilma. That's a province that de jure belongs to our realm of Venetia. And that would be something to go for, potentially. But you have to be careful, because hordes in general have that amazing ability to give you troops upon troops upon troops, and also the attrition in these parts of the world, especially up here, but in these parts it's terrible too. As you can see here, there's the Siberian wastes nearby. Yeah, that is very tough to take on. You will lose troops and troops and troops, and then some other neighbor might take advantage of that. So the question is, What is the plan of King Bragi III? Only recently he has acquired some counties so that his demand size is at 8 out of 8. So he's content in that aspect. In which he's not content is his son. Well, he loves his son, but he doesn't love his wife. His wife has saved the life of her husband again and again. She's a shield maiden. His second wife, actually. The first one died. She became his wife, and he loved her very much until the day, or the days when she drank and drank and drank while the first pregnancy mainly. And Prince Bragi of Nenetsia had to suffer from that. He's slow now, but of course he's loved by his father very much. His father wants him to succeed. He has put him under strict protection. He wants him to succeed. That's his goal at the moment, and for that, I mean, he wants to groom an ear. He wants to make him a good adult. So he doesn't want to press for a war until then. He wants to also do some hunting and maybe compose a book on strategy to help his son, because he knows as a warrior that his time with 35 is limited right now. And when his son is at an age of, well, in the late 20s maybe, King Bragi III might bite the sword one day, and his son might become the ruler. And there's a lot to do, and a lot to help to make him a good ruler. He needs, well, first of all, a good spouse. That will help a lot out. He may... a weak claim on the duchy of Severot is all. I mean, the de jure claim he will inherit. There's no doubt about that. He has no extra claims. Most of all, of course, he needs help. And we need to give him that book so he can look up some strategy. Something he really direly needs. Look at that. With one marshal after his father is such a warrior king. That is worrying to his father. And, of course, he wants his son to have a good wife. And that's where we'll start. And, of course, I've been looking around a bit. As you can see here, you get some very interesting hits if you are sought after age. We want someone who has about the same age as our Prince Bragi. So let's scroll down a bit, and there's there's someone that could really fit him. There's actually two candidates. There's Theodrada, courtier in Abydos, Saxon, or even better, also knows Gerberga, a courtier in Saxony. She's brooding, she might become just wroth or envious, she's willful, might become ambitious, brave or stubborn. She's a tribalist. Well, Prince Bragi is militant, but that's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not the opposite trait. Most of all, what she can help him with, she's a genius. And she might overcompensate his slowness, and their children might become great warriors again. And all the more, because his slowness is not due to, of course, our superior DNA, the blood of King Bragi II, our grandfather, the paragon of virtue and just rule. It's due to the drinking of our mother that has to be banished from our character. So, let's get back to that. And let's try to... Hey, Gerberga, where are you? Do we have her yet? What is that age sorting? Are you kidding me? Here she is. Here she is. And actually, that is a-okay. Berthold of Braunschweig, the chief of Braunschweig, is responsible for her. And even if there are political concerns, we have so much prestige that this doesn't matter. Would result in a non-aggression pact with Berthold of Braunschweig, who is of course a Germanic Saxon, and that is very nice. So let's go for that. Then we have another little problem. Jarl Eskil the Unready. He loves us very much. We think not as highly of him. Has lost a lot of diplomacy, and we really don't know what to do with him. We really don't know. I mean, once our Seeress bites the dust, maybe we can bring him into another position, and that may relieve us of this thing. Then, and of course it is winter time now. It's the ideal time to start a book, because going out and leading wars in this snowy hell wouldn't be a prudent choice. And we are prudent. We're brave, but we're also patient and temperate and diligent. And maybe we want to write this book on strategy before we do anything else. To compose a work of literature is not an undertaking for everyone. Having spent a lot of time thinking it over, I've summoned my closest advisors and fetched the best scribes. When they ask me what this work shall be focused on, I pause, but only for a second. I mean, we're okay with learning, so we would be dutifully, diligently working on that. And of course, yeah, managing a realm, we're good at that. Diplomacy, we're okay at that. But I will be tackling the complexity of war, or something along these lines. And with that, we start. And oh, look at that. Yavlad of Mezen. That is our new vassal here. I think Yurak of Mezen wasn't the best, but this man likes us. We really don't like him. He's cruel, but he's gregarious, uncouth, and a tribalist, and he's a tough soldier. So he might be of some use to us. Look at that. He wants to become a counselor as well. So, I mean, he could become a marshal. And to the diligent King Bragi, may you live in harmony and contentment. I have decided to accept your suggestion of a betrothal between Prince Bragi and the good Gerberga Bertholdsdottir, the genius. Wait. Aha. Chief Yar of Chud has arrived in Kargopol. Look at that. We have already sent our retinues back, and hopefully they will bring him out of this. It's the question. I mean, we are concentrating on writing that book, right? We will not be here, even if that was a fun thing with our wife again. But our wife should also stay at home at these times and ages. Maybe we'll give that up to someone else. How about Berzi could do something, and then we have Irva could also do something. My liege, says our spy master of Nenetsia, I believe that one of your vassals can be discouraged from associating with conspirational factions if the appropriate leverage is obtained. How do you wish to proceed? Who is it? Dag the Evil? Blag the Evil of Skarne. He's a powerful vassal. He's down here. I mean, we don't hate him. Question is he the leader of some kind of plot? Is he is a chief of Skarne. Gavelkind succession in Initsia. No, we will threaten him. We will threaten him. Because he is a danger. Honored King, I ask your forgiveness. If I've done something to offend, I obviously wouldn't dream of associating with any faction conspiring against you or your enlightened rule. Very nice, okay. That will help us a lot. Now let's concentrate more on our son. And maybe if it is possible to write a book and go on a hunt, we will do that as well. Oh, another one. Falki of Feria. Of a very high opinion. But that doesn't mean anything. He has nothing planned against us, I think. So actually, we will do nothing for now. We should be fine here. Look at that. We're losing men left and right. According to Chancellor Eskil, the peasants of Dwina have started a delightful tradition where the peasantry from several villages meet up and dance, feast and pair up for future marriage. Jarl Eskil. By promoting this tradition, Eskil believes that the county will develop a strong local culture that will attract more peasants. I mean, if he thinks that's good. He's an absolute madman, a sickly madman, but he's a powerful vessel and we don't want to really anger him. A peculiar tradition. I will support it. I mean, we love our people. That's why we're going for that. And fate smiles upon me. My concubine Freya Einarsdottir is actually pregnant. She owes us a favor. Maybe that is the favor. Yeah, she's a lustful maiden we met in the frustration after our wives drinking. She's also given birth to the good Prince Scrungles, and here in that battle, and actually we're trying to charm her at the moment. That's also true. Now let's make this a little bit slower, so we don't miss September where we can hunt. Let's see about that. That was a good way. I wonder if Freya would appreciate learning more about the benefits of hard work from me. I cannot think of anything else right now that would help her like me more. Yeah, I will share my knowledge of statesmanship with her. I don't think that impresses her, but due to our high stewardship, will tell her of my prosperous diplomacy and swaying. I know. I mean, we'll probably do that because we're diligent. So let's tell her. Our mother-in-law died. Renfried of Okulovsky. She was a lunatic. Oh my goodness. Does that speak for our wife? Freya answered to my letter admitting that she's much to learn from me and has really appreciated me taking some time off my duties as king in order to teach her something about statesmanship. Marvelous. Marvelous. Nothing short of marvelous. The question is also, can we introduce our son maybe to the realm? I think it's too early to do that, but how can we help him? Bragison Dovre. An education focus for our good Prince Bragi. Yeah, it is time, it is time. What shall he become? What is his character? He's good for diplomacy. definitely. He's affectionate. He would be a good diplomat. His father is also a competent diplomat, so that would be good. He could become a learned one, but that's not maybe his strength. So, I mean, he's just not good for the martial education. His father is a little bit desperate about that. We're desperate about that because with the sword of the old father, what will our son be? Maybe Prince Charming. We can only hope he becomes Prince Charming. So let's give him a diplomatic education. Because that's his only hope, is having good friends in this world. As he himself is lacking a bit. We can now introduce the heir to the realm. And that's something we'll do. You have invited your vassals to partake in a formal introduction of your heir, Prince Bragi. You will have to exchange many pleasantries and act in a very formal way, something that might be tiresome for someone as young as him. However, you have full confidence that he will not disappoint you. They will be here soon. Come on, Bragi. Our son. We trust you, or at least we want to support you. As Bragi introduces himself to Gydia Freya of Okulovsky, he not only presents himself with grace, but also manages to impress Freya by skillfully complimenting her. Ah, we know that's a good thing. He's becoming Prince Charming. Will he win her over? This beautiful young greedy Roth. She's a greedy Roth, but she's humble, at least, and a detached priest. I taught him everything he knows. Ah, that's so good. That's so good. Well, she's a good test subject, right? Instead of drilling the commanders, what? Marshal Arnbjörn has been fighting them. There's truly a lack of discipline in our ranks. He's been fighting them? This one-handed lunatic? No, he's severely injured now. My goodness, he's been fighting them and now he has lost one hand. He's called short-tempered. What can we say? Curses, curses, curses. Now let's write a book soon. Can we still hunt? Can we hunt? We can go on a grand hunt, yeah. Let's take him on the grand hunt. I've given order for a grand hunt to be organized in Kuloi. I will find the white bear, maybe together with our son. Let's actually look at the minor titles. The law speaker. Who could be the law speaker? What does he do? Exactly the highest judicator. Great amount of prestige and responsibility. I mean, that could be something for our son. Right? I mean, he could be very, very good at that. Let's see. Freya, yeah, we trust Freya, of course. And our son cannot do it, he's too young. But maybe the chief of Indiga could become that. He's a lunatic as well. Svanhild, the possessed Botulf, the Jarl of Kargopol. He's deceitful. I don't know. Maybe really the chief of Feria. He's just gluttonous. The other things are mostly positive. He's a dutiful cleric. Let's give him that. He seems to be made for that. I will find the white bear, though. I will find the white bear. Your hunting dog needs proper training. If he's to perform well during hunts, perhaps you should take a hand in this yourself. I mean, we're diligent. We'll, of course, train him personally. And the jihad fails. The greatest, it seems, does not favor the Muslim faithful. A string of defeats and setbacks, Caliph Hafiz has called off the jihad for Maghreb against King Walter of Denmark. Yeah, let's have a look at that. Right, there's something here that is quite interesting to see. Germanic and France. France has taken Constantinople. Oh, let's get back to this. A white hart has been seen in the north of Kuloi, and told it is a hart of 10 and the biggest deer ever seen. Do we want to kill it? I mean, we're a strategist, we're fearsome, we're patient, temperate and diligent, trusting and brave. We could send out our best hunter, Gareth Strong. Is he our best hunter of Rogaland? I mean, if he would be ambitious. Yeah, I mean, with temperate, patient, trusting. But we're not seeking glory for itself. We're also not very religious. But we are focused on hunting. So, I mean, that's something. I think we would say this is my kill. Actually. Our kill here. Are we wounded now? No, not indeed. While chasing an Agal deer, my horse stumbled and broke his leg. Oh no. Luckily I was thrown off, but now my horse is in pain. I'll end his suffering myself. Yeah, that's a hunt. One horse has gone down. It seems to be a dangerous hunt a bit. Let's see. It's also snowy everywhere. And a daughter was born to us. And Freya, named Grima, our good daughter. Let's have a look. Traditionally, we roll out with a dice roller which focus she should have, and we'll do that here as well. We have actually a 7, which is heritage. Well, that makes no sense because he already has the Germanic faiths, right? So let's roll again, and we have a 1. She will be dutiful. She's tutored by guards and retainers at court, focusing on duty and diligence. I mean, we could give her a guardian already. For duty. I mean, diligence would be definitely something that I mean, Svanhild, the chiefess of Tobish, tribalist, kind, diligent, just. I mean, she's deceitful, but she will educate our daughter just fine. The grand hunt is over for now. This was a truly noble endeavor and a true challenge for our martial abilities. I'm proud of my hunting abilities. We've gained some renown of that as well. Something we want to do is also, we want to watch the realm here if they are in any kind of deep war. So this would be a chance. Negotiate with Thorbjörn of Thorbjörn's host. We'll tell him to go away. And what, though, will become of the book we're writing? It seems we have started this, but it also seems there's nothing more. In the past months, though, yeah, we're diligent. We have done that ourselves. We have been spending a lot of time outside, training your trusty hunting dog. You find that the combination of daily physical exercise and fresh air are doing wonders for your health and constitution. Hunter, catch. We gain 1 health even at this rather advanced age for something like that. And maybe we're thinking more now about our son. Maybe a little bit more even. And as we have a lot of resources, we're probably looking for the weapons and armor we possess. Is there something that could be improved that could help him there as well? We have a great sword of the old King Bragi. We have an iron crown. Yeah, that's not that great, right? We could equip it, but we have the crown of the sea, which is possible. We have the golden sword and the masterful short sword. The splint mail armor. What could help our son? Thinking hard about that. I mean, he will have good weapons, but he will not be a fighter. We know that. We know that. We're writing a book for him. That's something that would be quite nice. A good crown helping him diplomatically would maybe help him. So let's actually call in a smith. We can have a weaponsmith to forge a deadly weapon or a new set of armor. But we'd rather have a goldsmith to create jewels befitting of our statues. I mean, that is something we could do for our son, but we know we kind of know more about weapons and armor, right? We know that our son will probably not fight, but a good protection. A good protection may be something that is good, and that we really understand too. So I'm in need of a new set of armor. Find me the finest armorsmith around. I'm gonna do that. Let's hope for something excellent. Truly excellent to give to our son. Maybe I should write a letter to Freya to try convince her of my good intentions. Yeah, why not? Why not? Freya wrote me back informing me that she has taken notice of my interest in her friendship and reciprocates vividly. Wonderful. She's softened and she really loves us now. Look at that. I mean, she adores us, at least. She adores us. So we can see that we better relations maybe with our wife. She likes us. Let's see about our other concubines. Jadwiga really likes us, and Princess Elizabeth of Venetia. That could need some improvement, right? My liege, I believe that one of your vassals can be discouraged from associating with conspirational factions if the proper leverage is obtained. How do you wish to proceed? It's Swanhild of Tobish. She's actually the guardian of our daughter. No. We'll do nothing for now. Let's see about that armorsmith. The Yazidi faith triumphant. The adherents of the Sunni faith have steadily dwindled to the point where Yazidi believers are in the majority. This new state of affairs has reduced the Sunni faith to a de facto heresy. All former Sunni holy sites are now Yazidi. Oh my goodness, I might be really bad at this, but I really don't know what Yazidi then means. And my Marshal Arnbjörn Dovre. Let's have a look. Does he understand what he's doing? Let's have a look. 22 Marshal. Yeah, he might be good with that. He's told me about a remarkable armorsmith residing in Dorpat. Oh, that's just around the corner. He just suggested, I think it's here. Was it here? Or somewhere here? Well, anyways, it's around here. He suggested that I invite the man to my court to see his work for myself. If he manages to impress me, I could order my own custom-made item. Dorpat is really at the realm of our cousin or something. A fine idea. Marshal Armbjörn. I mean, we know he knows. Once the armorsmith's craftsmanship has been checked by my most knowledgeable attendants to ensure the quality was sufficient, I received him in the throne room. He introduced himself as Master Bercy and gestured towards his numerous assistants, who all carried examples of his work. Does my king have anything special in mind? Let's see. I mean, he's envious, but he's diligent and patient. A little bit paranoid, that's not bad. He's a scholar, but an indulgent wastrel. He will not marry. He has an intrigue skill, but I think we can kind of trust him. I'm in need of protection. Make me a strong and sturdy set of armor. Set of armor. I see an excellent choice, my king, says Master Bercy, and calls forward an assistant, creating several sets of armors in his arms. I have a couple of examples here. One must determine what one need and how much one is willing to pay, though they would all serve your highness well. We only want to have the best quality you can, our good sir. 500 gold. And this leads us